And the Falcons will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He has the first and still on his feet. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Smith dropping to pass. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Floating away. They get to him as he throws. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Catches it at the 30. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The ground game. Hard running there.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Bettis. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Falcons come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll run the sneak for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard. But, Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
Well, he's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready, and one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
Trying to keep the drive alive. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
And the Falcons will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. They've got the screen set up. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Try to get it to the edge. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a first down.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
The Falcons have their offense in high gear. The give to the tailback. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. And the Falcons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. Fighting off the defender. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. The toss to the right. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Second down coming up. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. From the gun, give on the inside. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. And it's no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Smith wants to throw. The screen, and watch out. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Pirates getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Pirates kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Pirates on the move. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
Leaves it with the back. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Grab near the marker. It's Snow. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the Pirates didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go right back to him. Punch for the tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. Smith dropping to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina. Fitted in the window for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bettis. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Falcons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the Falcons are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. The short hands, it's Clay. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That's the end of the period, and East Carolina has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the step off, now they have to deal with 1st and 15. Motion from the wideout. Toss to the outside. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. Couldn't quite make the connection, now staring at a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Pirates. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 4. Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Bettis. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Under fire. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's moving out of the pocket. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Blasted as he lets it go. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and force the incompletion.
The Falcons will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Complete on 3rd down. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that one.
The Pirates can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. Inside the 45. He's loose. He's at touchdown, ECU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And for quick update. Let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Old Dominion. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. That's reeled in, it's Jackson. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll go to the toss.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll try to pop the draw. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties. They keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space.
That's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 23. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I don't know how how the defense allowed that guy to get so wide open. Obviously, he's got tons of speed. We know that, but you've got to key on him and at least have two people running with him deep down the field. That time, that must have been a coverage bust because he was way too open.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Smith wants to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
They boot it away. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a three-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
That last completion sets them up on second down.
Here we go. Dino.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Jackson. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now on first down from the 30. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Catch in the middle. It's Bettis. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And the Falcons come to the line with a new set of downs. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive gain.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Falcons are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Okay, and here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal.
2-9 Philly.
He'll set up to throw. Sets up the screen. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, BG.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Smith dropping to pass. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. On the ground, it's Jackson. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Bowling Green.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
And back to the air on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Throws to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
They've got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And the Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Short throw to the sideline. Picks up just a little.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range. Had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. That's a big play that we might circle back to later.
Not a chance. Missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
21, Bowling Green, 14.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Toss sweep to the right. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
East Carolina, 21, Bowling Green, 14.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down.
First and 10.
Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They go to the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it inside the 30. There he goes down the right side. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
You gotta love aggressive offenses. You get third down and short, a lot of defenses thinking run. They got fourth down in their back pocket. This offense is aggressive, takes the shot, makes the big play, goes from their side of the field to now.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Falcons. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give is to Williams. There he goes.
guy just has a nose for the end zone. You love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you can make a good case. This is the game of the week in the Big 12. BYU has the lead right now, but this LaVell Edwards Stadium crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 7 over Baylor. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to throw on first down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Lets it fly. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. 3rd down, find your best matchup because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive moving.
And the Falcons will snap it on 1st and 10. The toss to the outside. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The Falcons have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Rush is on him. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that
On
money.
3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A strike downfield. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this 1st down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Hunt is on its way. And they'll get the punt out of there, and it'll be marked down just outside the opponent's 45. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The give is to Williams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll run play action. Dances away to buy time. Finds space on the right. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll try the left side. Makes him talk to the hand. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Here comes the heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense, applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Pulls it in. It's Moore. And they swarm him under. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down.
Here we go, here we go.
Might be changing the route. Sends it back in motion. On fourth down, looking to pass. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Third down coming.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Punt is in the air. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work.
Here we go, here we go.
Smith dropping to pass. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. At the 45 on his way. Oh, there's an alley on the left. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, East Carolina.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Bowling Green, 21.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. To the air on second down. Finds the tight end. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. And that one's incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Get it out on the screen. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. He's taking the shot. And it's picked off at the goal line. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position, and here in the fourth.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Pirates. They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
21.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bettis. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation, and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Bettis.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Power football with the run. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Got the back over the middle. turning it on.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And the Falcons come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air, extending the play. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The give on the inside. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did.
There he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They think there's room to run to the right here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Smith wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The Pirates are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Lobs it off the back foot. He makes a catch. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, ECU. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Falcon offense will go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but They're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Falcons line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He'll pull it down. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
Now he's looking to throw it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Now facing a 3rd and long.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Gets it to the back. Breaks into the open. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling.
QB now has over 400 yards passing, guys, and you got to give everybody else in his supporting cast a ton of credit. Receivers, great job running routes, catching the football, and this offensive line has been outstanding, giving him time to throw.
Snap in the shotgun. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Defense in press coverage. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Ready, set.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to